Hello and welcome to this flipped instructional session. Hopefully this is the first of many flipped instructional sessions that you will be watching. And this is the history orientation. And I just wanted to guide you through the course and help you get to know where you can find things in your history course. So this is just a quick overview of what we are going to go over, how to log into your course, where to find all of those course materials and what you can find in there. What do the lessons look like? And I'm going to encourage you to take notes, what kind of class connects you can find and recordings, and where you can find the extra credit opportunities. If you have not already watched my first 5 tips, and that's just the first 5 things you can do in your history course to get started, that is located in 2 different places. I have placed that in the welcome announcements. You'll see a welcome slide, and you can click on the video in there and watch my first 5 tips, or you can go to the content and you will see this little overview, and so that first 5 tips video will stay housed in that overview section, so if you ever need to refer to it, you can. But it just gives you 5 tips to get started quickly, so make sure that you watch that first. Okay, when you log into your course, this is the screen that you will see. So let's just go over all of this different information that you are seeing. So up here you will have a title bar that will always be displayed at the top of your screen. And this is just the different areas that you can navigate to. You will also have your tiles down here, and this is the same information, but sometimes that does not display correctly. So just want to make you aware of that. So here you will have your flipped videos, extra credit opportunities, and then as you continue to scroll, you'll see the different units on this bar. This is where you will see a snapshot of your course. You'll see what your current grade is, your progress in the course, if you have any overdue items, and who your teacher is, and there's a little contact your teacher. So some really important information there that you want to make sure that you pay attention to. So when you log into K-12, a lot of times you'll have like a class plan, and you can click on your lessons from there. But I highly encourage you to log into your history course so that you see your snapshot and you know exactly where you stand in the course as far as grade, if you have any overdue assignments, and so forth. Right here, and I know it's covered up a little bit, the title, but this is where you're going to see your class plan, and this is what is due each day. Now I do encourage you to go into course materials and print out that calendar so that you know that you're on track, because your class plan will continue to scroll even if you have not done those assignments. So this is where you're going to see the class plan. Make your plan for the week. That's pretty important, but also print out that course calendar. This is where you'll see the Class Connect session. So these are the live sessions that you can attend. You can also access recordings, but this is where you're going to see if you have any live sessions. And then this is the announcement section, so always pay attention to that. I continually update that section and post announcements that will be important to you. So there's a snapshot of your course, what information you see when you log into your course. So I encourage you to log into that course and take a look at that every day. So from that title menu, you will see a tile for course materials. If for some reason that is not appearing for you, you can click on content and then get to your course materials. And you will find a lot of useful information in your course materials. So I just want to point out some of the things that you are going to find there this year. So here's your teacher contact information that will have email, phone number. You can also text me. There's a texting number. So that is housed there if you ever lose any of that information. This is that course calendar. It's the same as your class plan that scrolls, but you just have a printed version of that. If you want to check off things as you complete it, you can do that. I will also post a monthly Class Connect schedule, so you can see those live classes that we are having, what day we are having them, and so forth. So you'll see all the different types of sessions. We'll go over that, but this is where you're going to see that schedule and see what's coming up for the month. And then here are the notes guides by unit. Please, as you start a unit, I encourage you to go in, click on the unit that you are starting on, print out that unit note guide and use that as you are going through the unit. You will have a semester exam in your history course, and so I encourage students to take notes for each unit because you're going to want to use that not only to study for the unit assessment, but to study and refresh your memory on the semester assessment. You can also submit your notes for each unit for extra credit. So it's very beneficial if you fill out those notes, not just for the unit assessment, but also by submitting those for extra credit. So I encourage you to do that. You'll also find the permanent zero calendar. There are 2 dates that are hard deadlines that you have to finish your work by. So we do have a flexible schedule here, those due dates, but once you reach a certain point, you can't turn in those assignments anymore. So make sure that you look at those dates carefully, and I've also printed them on your course calendar so you know exactly which students are, which lessons are due, which assignments are due by that permanent zero date. If you have any questions, let me know. But that's some good information that you will find in your course materials section. Just a reminder that that course calendar is available for you. This is what it looks like. It tells you each lesson and when it is due, and then I've also put in that permanent zero deadline. So depending on which cohort you are starting with, it'll tell you everything, all of these lessons above, and what is the last day that you can turn those in. So I just want to show you what your history lessons actually look like online and how do you navigate through your lesson. And you'll get so used to this, but when you click on your lesson, so let's say we're on lesson 4 today, and initially, if you can see this screenshot kind of in the back, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to show you the different sections that you have. And I actually have it covered up here, but it says learn, and then it tells you how many activities you have to do in learn. I think it was 4. There's 1 assessment and then 1 learn activity after the assessment. So it just kind of gives you an overview of what you're going to be doing that lesson. So always click on that first blue link. When you do that, you are going to see all of the different learn options. So like I said, this learn one said there was 4 activities in our lesson today, and so it shows those 4, and you'll click on that first one, and then it's going to take you into the lesson, and you'll have this little navigation bar to the right hand side that will walk you through what you are going to be seeing as you go through. So we have a little introduction, and as you can see, it's 2 pages. So you'll click next page here, and then it'll tell you what's coming up next. So let's just jump into a lesson really quickly and navigate through that so you can see what your lessons are going to look like. So I just wanted to jump into your course really quickly and show you how to navigate those lessons. So let's say I am working in Unit 1, so I'm going to click on the Unit 1 content tile. And then you're going to go down to which lesson you are in. So let's click here. If we are in lesson 3 today, I'm going to click learn, that very first blue hyperlink. And then it's going to go back up to the top. And so I can see here that I have 3 different activities to do and learn. When I click on that first one, then it's going to take me into that lesson. And it is going to continue to navigate to each one. So here I am learn, and I have already completed, I've already done these, but so I see the green check mark. But I'm going to read what it has to say. I'm going to click through each page of this, and usually on the second page, this is where I find my student guide. So you are going to use a combination of the online lesson, so the information that we learn here, as well as the student guide. I'm going to go ahead and open that up now because it'll tell you to refer to the student guide, and this is where it's going to give you information, keywords. It tells you a little bit more about the activity. Sometimes there's even questions on here, and it also tells you if there is a place in the book to read. This is where it tells you what pages in the book to read. So I have this student guide open, and it'll tell me when to refer to that. So right now it says go ahead and refer to the student guide to learn about the activities. So I'm at the second page of this, so now I'm going to go to the next activity. I've completed those 2, and you can see it goes to that second activity. So I'm going to navigate through this, doing what it tells me to do on each page. Now I can see there's 3 pages in this activity, and don't forget to scroll down. And so I'll navigate through each of these. And then when I get to the end, I will go to the next activity. And so this is 3 out of 3 of the learn portion. And then once I have done this, and there's some materials for me there, so I'm going to do what it tells me to. Any of these links are going to be additional information. Click on all of the links. And then once you have done that, you can click next, and that's going to take you to the assessment. And then it looks like there is a learn, which is optional. So this is just some beyond the lesson information after your assessment. So you will use a combination of your online information and lessons, the textbook. Remember, you get the page numbers from that student guide. And then don't forget to take notes. So if you have any questions navigating through those lessons, just let me know. So I just want to go over the different types of sessions that you may see this year. You will see a flipped session. Those are going to be recordings that are loaded into your course, and you will see a flipped recording section in that content area at the top. So you can watch those. These are for you to watch prior to attending your live sessions or to watch while you're doing your lessons. So these correspond with those lessons in your course, and so they should help you through those lessons. So make sure that you watch those flip sessions to guide you through the lessons. And then you can attend a flip follow-up session, and this is a live session where we will address content from those flipped lesson videos and information from your courses. And so you can attend that live session and interact with your peers and participate in some fun learning activities. You'll also see a help lab. That is an open time for you to come. I don't have a plan for my help lab. It's just me sitting there waiting for you to come and ask for help. So don't ever be afraid to come in and ask for help. You'll also see that you may be invited to a Target Teach session, and this is just a targeted small group session based on your needs. So if I see students struggling with something, I may have a Target Teach session on writing a research report or just different activities, different concepts in the history course. You may also see a Students on a Roll session, our SOAR session, and this is just something that is to reteach or retest opportunities. You can also come to Help Lab for those as well. So those SOAR sessions may just be throughout the course optionally. And then our Wolfpack check-in, you will see your Wolfpack leader will invite you to those check-ins. Those will be once a week on Fridays, and so you'll want to come. That's kind of like a type of homeroom class where we just get to know each other. We'll provide general information and have fun and interact with students and teachers. So look for those as well. So you can see all of these are live except for those flip sessions, and then you can watch the recording on any of these live sessions except for the Help Lab. That's just for individual help. So just a quick reminder about where you can find each of those different types of sessions. The flip sessions, which are the recordings, can be found in your flipped recordings section on that tile bar that appears at the top of your screen. And then any of the other sessions that are live can be found under the Class Connect session in your course. And so you'll see a list of the Class Connect sessions for the day, and you'll see the time. If it is live and currently on, you'll have that blue link where you can click on that to enter the class, and you'll also see that live button to know, hey, this class is in session, and you can join that class. Also in your course, there's extra credit opportunities, so make sure that you check those out. You can go to the content tile to find the extra credit. And as I've mentioned, you can submit your notes for extra credit. So remember, in course materials, you can find all of the note guides, but you can also get them from here, unit by unit. So before you start working on Unit 1, go ahead and print out that note guide, fill it out, and then you can come back here to the extra credit, and you can submit that assignment here in this Dropbox. So you have notes for most of the units. For Unit 5, that is a writing assignment. So you can submit your outline for extra credit or attend a Class Connect and send me a Word document or a PDF with these 3 things: the date that you attended, the title of the session, and 3 things that you learned. And you have that opportunity again in Unit 8 for the outline or attend a live Class Connect session. And then I will provide you with some additional extra credit opportunities throughout the semester, starting with a welcome email, so you can be on the lookout for that. Thank you for joining me for this flipped recording of our orientation and just getting to know the course. And here is my contact information, once again, letting you know that I am always available to help you and guide you through the course. So look for a flip follow-up session in your Class Connect schedule and attend that live orientation session where we will have the opportunity to have questions answered on anything in your course. Don't forget, help labs are also available for extra support. Have fun, and I can't wait to see you on the flip side.